Hey, it's Mark, RPM Tesla. We're going to show everybody how to install rim savers on their Tesla. Let's take a look at what we've got and show you how easy this is. Everything is included in the box. We're going to work on this set of 18-inch Aero wheels on a Model 3, and we want to show close-up of the curb rash on this wheel. This is a perfect example of how these products are going to help prevent future curb rash damage to your wheel edge and also hide any wheel damage you may already have. So let's take a look at the box and see what's included. All the instructions are on the back. There's videos we're going to include, this video you're watching, as well as a manufacturer's video from Rim Savers. So let's get started and show you what's in here. So depending on what color you buy, if you order the gray, it matches the Tesla gray wheels great. If you order the black, it matches the black. If you order the silver, it matches the silver wheels. And of course, if you order the red, it matches the red paint. Red is actually the #1 color chosen by the Rim Saver company, so we want everybody to know that. So these 4 packets are adhesive promoters, 1 for each wheel, and these are the actual cleaning solvent packets. So you're going to use these first, then these, then we let them dry 10 minutes, then we install. Okay, #1, preparation, cleaning. Remember, these rim savers are held on with very strong 3M VHB tape. They're going to adhere to the edge of the wheel, but they're not going to hold on if you don't prep them good. So take out the 3M cleaning sachet and wipe the edge of the wheel off. I would go around the lip with your finger on the top and then the whole front surface. And on the Aero wheels, you can do this with the caps on or with them off. This is going to really make it clean good. And look at all that dirt. You couldn't even see that. So let's wipe it good all the way around that lip. And this will make it super clean. The next step is we are going to use the adhesive promoter to adhere them to the wheels. This is a promotion or a promotional liquid that is going to help the adhesive. So it is a sponge. You do have to let it completely dry and sit for 10 minutes. So we're going to wipe this all around all of the sealing surfaces on both sides, on front and back. And again, that's going to take off more dirt, more oil, more grease from the tire. Now we're going to let that dry for 10 minutes. All right, so we have the dark gray rim blades. And let's first give you a little overview of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it and how we're going to put them on. And you don't want to peel all the tape off. We want to peel it off as we go. So let's start with one end, and we'll have a nice close-up view, and we'll show you what we're going to do. This is going to start at the top of the wheel, and it's just simply going to adhere like this. We're going to lay it all the way around, removing the tape as we go, placing it right on, making sure it's stuck super strong. Go all the way around the wheel. When we get to the end, we're going to cut it and trim it, and then we might use the optional clips if we don't get a nice tight joint. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is we want to peel back the super strong double-sided tape, and then we'll be able to start adhering the Rim Saver plastic trim to the wheels. So now we have about 5 inches peeled back, and we're going to start at the top and just simply place it on and push down. That's it. We're just pushing down on it. It grabs instantly. It's super strong. So you can adjust it a little bit, like this piece here, so it needs to come down a little. We're going to pull it down. And these gray ones, the dark gray, match these wheels really well. I'm actually going to pull the wheel off to show you a little closer view. So this is, of course, the Midnight Silver paint on the center wheel. And it matches really nice. So let's keep going. So you just hold, pull back, keep your finger on the lip's pushing down and inward, making it very, very rounded so you don't, and just keep on going. Goes on super easy. Okay, I've done about a quarter of the first wheel. And this is my first attempt. We've never installed these. We just became a distributor for Rim Savers, and we think it's the best product around. This is super, super thick plastic with a very good match for the wheel color. It's really going to help save a lot of curb rashes and hide, as you'll see when we get over to the other side. So again, we'll pull it down. I'm just pushing on the top edge, making sure it's sitting nice on the lip. Okay, we move the hubcap out of the way and peel it back a few more inches. And it's really easy because the tape just grabs. And you want to keep your head up straight. If you do go off crooked, just pull it back slowly and then push it back down. It's a lot like working with vinyl and vinyl adhesives if you installed any of our other products, any of our decals. So again, I'm keeping my fingers off the adhesive on the back. And notice I'm holding on the top edges. Pushing down, down, down. All right, we're halfway there. So now I like to take a minute and go back and push down, smooth out the radiuses, and make sure that when you put your fingers on here, that it looks nice and consistent. Step back, the shadows, and if you see an area that could be down a little further, press it down. This will really make it look rounded, and it won't be noticeable to anybody. Okay, let's go to the next step. Keep going. Again, from down here, I'm pushing upward, and I'm pushing inward towards the wheel. And this tape is so strong that you don't have to worry. Okay. I don't want to have too much of this laying around. I don't want any dirt to collect on it, so you don't want it to hit the ground or get dusty while you're installing it. All right. Again, I'm just going back and pushing upward towards the center of the wheel, and then in. We just want a real nice, perfect fit. And let's keep going. All right, so I'm sliding it up with one hand, pushing it down, catching the lip or the edge. And let's keep going. Now here we're going to go over the curb rash. So we're going to get a nice close-up of this curb rashed area where we hit a curb, or the customer did. And look how it goes right over it, makes it disappear. And now you saved yourself over $100 in getting your wheels painted and ground down. And you'll have more protection for the next time you touch it against a little curb, parallel parking, or even using Tesla's Auto Park. All right, so we're getting it very close to the top now. And then we're going to show you about how we trim this and how you have two options for the joint. So we're calling the meetup point the joint or the possible area. And man, it looks good. All right, so right here with a pair of scissors, you could simply say, okay, I'm going to chop it. So I'm going to cut it off here to show you how easy it cuts. It's just plastic. You don't have to, it's not hard to cut or trim. And you have little extra pieces if you ever need to cut a section out of a damage you might get on it, and you'll have an extra 5 or 6 inches. So now we're at the top of the wheel, and this is why I like to start it here, because I think it's smart to show what we're gonna do. So the rim blade beginning is very straight. It's a 90-degree cut. So if you take your scissors and you cut it exactly in the right place, here I'm not, but if you cut it in the right place, you can get a nice butt up joint, and you'll never even know that this is on here. So I'm gonna go right here and right there. And now I put them together and it fits perfect. Again, you could wing it. You also could pull it off. You could give it a little stretch. You could make it look perfect. And now I'm gonna go back here. But this is a really, really clean line. It's almost like barely a hair is showing. You could push the plastic together. See how this goes apart, comes together. So again, while this glue is drying and bonding to your rim edge, you still have play. You still have room to get it back and forth and get a real nice joint. Now, there is one more option in your box. So let's put the wheel cap back on. This has our great red Tesla T on it. Doesn't that look great? There's an overall view. The curb rash is gone. You can take a look at it, go over all the edges and make sure if you want to push them down. Again, you can push them down and you can push them towards the center of the wheel. And then in 36 hours, the VHB 3M tape will fully cure and adhere, and you'll have nothing to worry about. Okay, now here's the other option. We give you a pack of super glue gel, and we give you 4 tabs. We give you red ones, black ones, or gray ones, depending on which color rim saver you ordered. And it's really simple. If you don't like your joint or the area where the 2 ends meet, you're just going to put this piece on. So it goes on just like this. It has a letter R on it for rim saver, and it holds itself right there over the joint. Just put a little bit of super glue on the back, a little dot of it, then just take it and place it right on like this. And then you don't see where the rim saver meets or starts and ends. So this is the only thing that will be possibly visible. But if you cut it right and you cut it perfect, you can line it up like this, push them together, and get a nice perfect joint every time you do it. Just cut it down, and then when you get close, you always have that slack of moving it back and forth. So again, the tape does take a while to bond and cure to the wheel, 36 hours, but you can drive it at this point. There's nothing to worry about. And again, go over all these edges, push them, make them look really nice and really OEM, and push them towards the center of the wheel, and then push them down after you get them exactly where you want them and how they sit on the lip. And if you want to take your hubcap off, no problem on the Aero wheels. If you're putting them on a silver 19-inch or a 20-inch, it's going to look great. And then just hold it like this. You can even put some tape on there. Make sure your joint looks perfect and flawless so it's invisible. Thanks again, RPM Tesla. In stock rim savers made in Great Britain, and they're beautiful. Great quality, very affordable. Hide any road rash or curb rash damage and prevent future damage. Thanks again.